Okay, the test next week. The test going to come up quick. Wednesday, the 19th. Wednesday, the 19th. Today's the last day of the unit. Monday, you're off. Tuesday, review. Wednesday's the test. All right? I've mentioned this. You know it's coming, but now I have an official date. The cumulative, I don't know why it's a review, but cumulative review quiz number 2. Remember we took one at the end of quarter 1 that covered everything from quarter 1. This will cover everything from quarter 1 and 2. All right, quarter 1 and 2. Remember the multiple choice? There's 20 of them. You got to answer 15. Anything more than 15, you get a bonus point. Correct. This will be done on Monday, the 24th. All right, am I a big fan of it on a Monday? No, but, and here's the other piece of news. I'm okay with it on a Monday because we're going to review for it for 2 days. Thursday, not that if you care about this, but Thursday, the 20th, and Friday, the 21st. We're going to review for it. It's all on formative, just like the last one is. It'll be all on formative. So make sure you have your Chromebook with you on Monday, the 24th. There will be 20 questions. You have to answer 15. Anything above 15 correct, you get a bonus point. A little bit tougher than, I know some of you did really, really well on the first one, but now this covers quarters 1 and 2 now. Okay, so a little bit more material on this one. The review is already on formative. If you want to try some problems out, it's already on formative. All right, already up on formative, the review. And you guys have access to it through formative or Google Classroom. Questions? Anything all about what's upcoming? And then quarter 2's done. We're done. After this cumulative 2 quiz, that's it. Grades are done for quarter 2. Any other issues here? So we are going to review for 2 days of it, but if you have time and you want to look at it with somebody else or get a group going, it's up on formative, the review. So, all right. So that's everything that's upcoming, and it'll end quarter 2 for us. One more day of similar triangles, though. Here we go. Get on day 6 for me. And take a minute right now and graph triangle ABC for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And if something happens next week where you're not able to be in school, no quizzes or tests, they're taken virtually. All right, we'll wait till you get back. Okay, here we go. I'm going to divide you guys up into 3 groups. Each group has a job to do with midpoints. All right, everything is already up near group 1, group 2, and group 3. You just got to know which sides you're going to find the midpoint for. All right, I'm going to have this two right here. You guys are group number 1. Go ahead and get to work. Group number 1, you got 2 points to find me. You guys back here are group number 2. You got 2 points to find me. And then you guys right here, these 2 right here, are group 3. Okay, so go ahead. You might want to discuss in your group right now, hey, what's the midpoint formula first? And then find me point E, F, G, depending on what I'm asking from your group. Time to report back. And I know by the time I get to group 3, all the points already be discussed. So group 3, just check them for me. All right, make sure they're correct. Point E, group 1, what do we got? Point E. 5, 7, looks good. Everyone make sure point E is 5, 7, and then right now graph it on the triangle and label it point E. Point F, what'd you guys get? Group 1, point F. 8, 1. Look good there, group 2? 8, 1, looks good. So everyone go ahead and graph 8, 1 and label it point F. I'm not connecting anything yet. I just want you to label it F. All right, next, we already got F. That was done, 8, 1. So the only point I need, group 2, is G. What do we get for G? 3, 2. Yep, group 3, look good. 3, 2. Yep. 3, 2, go ahead and label point G. 1, 2, 3, 2. And then I'm just going to put in E was 5, 7 for group 3, and G was 3, 2. So those are midpoints of all 3 sides. What I'd like you to do right now, can you connect EF to make segment EF? Connect E and F to make segment EF. What did you just connect? The midpoints of 2 sides. If you connect the midpoints of 2 sides in a triangle, we've heard this term already last unit in quadrilaterals. If you connect the midpoints, you end up making what's called a mid-segment. Hopefully it rings a bell from our quadrilateral unit. And it's on your paper already, but what quadrilateral had a mid-segment last unit? Trapezoids, right? Trapezoids. So before I show you what's so great about a triangle's mid-segment, I want to review with you a trapezoid's mid-segment. So let's label this trapezoid A, B, C, D. And let's put midpoints FG on here. All right, let's see if any of you can dig deep right now. There was 2 properties of a trapezoid's mid-segment. 2 properties. Zach, you remember one?
DC plus AB lengths equal half of FG. I mean, sorry, half of that equals FG.
Okay, so FG, the mid-segment, if you remember, was equal to half the 2 bases added up. AB and DC, correct. Yep. The mid-segment was equal to half the bases added up. Anybody remember the other one? Go ahead, time to show off. What else did we remember about FG? Scott, got something?
Like the same ratio.
I don't know where you're going there.
Like,
All right. Romeo?
FG is parallel to AB and DC.
The mid-segment was parallel to the other 2 sides. Now, who cares? This was in the previous unit. Why am I going over and reviewing this with you? The reason is the mid-segment of a triangle has the same properties, just slightly different with the wording. So mid-segment theorem for triangles, same thing. Remember they were all parallel? So is the mid-segment. So the mid-segment is parallel to the, now I'm going to use a term, I'm going to slow down and make sure we know confidently. It's parallel to the 3rd side. Parallel to the 3rd side. What am I referring to when I say 3rd side? That's the side that's not connected to the mid-segment. The 3rd side is the side not connected to the mid-segment. So everyone go back to your graph for me, please. Go back to your graph. I had you guys draw in mid-segment EF. So according to the property I just wrote down, EF would be parallel to its 3rd side. the side that's not connected to it, which would be what in your diagram? EF parallel to AC. There you go. So there's property number one. And I'm just going to, what was it again? EF and AC. EF parallel to AC. And that's just one of them. Because everyone agrees there's two other mid-segments we could draw in, and they're also parallel to the third side. And the final one here, the second property. How long is a mid-segment? Half its third side now. I don't have two sides that add up like the trapezoid. Instead, I just have one. So the mid-segment is length equals half the third side. Okay, half the third side. Which again, EF. How do I find the length of EF on your graph? It's going to be half of its third side, which we just discussed was AC. So again, very, very much like the trapezoid. Okay, much like the trapezoid. It's parallel to the third side, half its length. All right, I'm going to do two examples with you, and then you got the rest in your group, which is the homework. All right? The homework is to complete the notes. All right, take a look at one. I'm going to start calling on some people now. Find the perimeter of the triangle that's formed when I connect the midpoints of all the sides. So let's take this one side at a time. Let me connect the midpoints of side AB and side AC first. Let's connect those two, side AB and side AC. Connect those midpoints. According to our properties, how long is that segment? Don't yell anything out. Think about it. How long should that mid-segment be? All right, remember how we find the length of a mid-segment. How long is that mid-segment by connecting AB and AC? Here we go, numbers. Here we go, 17, how long is that side? 7, half the third side, so that's 7. All right, let me keep going around. Let me connect AC to the midpoint of BC. AC to the midpoint of BC. How long is that mid-segment that we had just drawn in right there? 6? 5, half of 10, right? Half the third side. And then the final mid-segment, connecting the side BC and AB together, that's going to be a length of 23? 8. And now you guys have all the information you need to find the perimeter. And that perimeter will be a length of 20. We okay? All right, next up, I'll do one more with you. As I read through these directions, I'm noticing A, B, and C are midpoints. Does anybody see the term mid-segment mentioned at all? No, that's on you. That's on you. You got to know if A and B are midpoints and I'm connecting it, I'm creating a mid-segment. All right, I am creating a mid-segment. So I have this 3x plus 1 up here, and I have the third side to it as 7x minus 3. We know darn well they're not equal. Absolutely not. We know how they're related, though. They're not equal, but we know how they're related. So adjust my equation so it's correct. Okay, how are the 3x plus 1 and the 7x minus 3 related? Adjust my equation. 11, yep. 21, you want to adjust this for me?
Multiply everything in 3x plus 1 by 2.
Correct, there you go. And now let's keep grinding away. 6x plus 2 equals 7x minus 3. Move everything over. Should have x equal to 5. Got to read the problem though. Read. What's the length of VC? VC now. Well, I can find VW. I know what X is, so let me find VW. 7 times 5 minus 3. 32. All right, now let me ask somebody, well, how do I get from VW to VC? Right? How do I get from VW to VC? 6.
Divided by 2.
Divided by 2, it said C was the midpoint. So those two are equal. So VC, 32 divided by 2, length of 16. Here's your directions for the remainder of class, and it's not optional directions either. You're going to finish the mid-segment questions. Somebody in your group or everybody, you get out a Chromebook and you check your answers. If you're all good, you move on in the packet to the review for the test. All right, we're not moving on to other classes. We're not talking about other classes. Nobody cares, by the way, what's happening in French. All right, got me on that one? Nobody cares, except for you. All right, so let's keep going. After you're done, you checked it on Classroom. You keep moving to the review for the test. All right, that's your goal. That's your job here until we're done for another 20 minutes.